Three Bosnian soldiers stand at the front during the Bosnian War in the 1990s, documenting military personnel engaged in the devastating ethnic conflict that tore apart Yugoslavia and resulted in widespread casualties. Milton Berle lifts Marilyn Monroe on March 23, 1955, capturing a playful moment between the famous television comedian known as Mr. Television and the iconic Hollywood actress during the golden age of American entertainment when both were at the height of their respective careers and public popularity. Japanese soldier Ishiro Honda photographed in China during the late 1930s. Honda, who lived from May 7, 1911 to February 28, 1993, later became a renowned Japanese filmmaker who directed 46 feature films across a successful 5-decade career. The Lion Gate of Mycenae, dated circa 1250 BC, photographed in 1891. The man leaning against Europe's oldest monumental sculpture was long assumed to be archaeologist Schliemann, who excavated Troy and Mycenae in the 1870s, but archival research now identifies him as a German count instead of the famous archaeologist. Jordan Peele performs at the Second City Improv Club in Chicago during 1999, years before becoming an Academy Award-winning filmmaker and director known for horror films like Get Out and Us. This early career photo shows him developing his comedic skills at the legendary improvisational comedy theater. Autochrome color photograph shows Senegalese soldiers serving on the French front during 1917 in World War I, documenting colonial troops from French West Africa who fought and died in European trenches during the Great War, contributing significantly to France's military efforts despite facing discrimination and harsh conditions. On December 8, 1980, John Lennon was killed in New York City outside his apartment building, the Dakota, by Mark David Chapman. The former Beatles member's assassination shocked the world and ended the life of one of music's most influential and beloved songwriters, sparking global mourning among millions of devoted fans. A Piegan warrior holds a coup stick, a ceremonial weapon used by Plains Indians to demonstrate bravery by touching enemies in battle rather than killing them. This traditional practice counted coup and brought honor to warriors among the Blackfeet Confederacy tribes of the North American Great Plains region during the 19th century. A captured Japanese A-6M20 fighter with American markings sits at the Naka Research Facility on August 8, 1943. Allied forces studied captured enemy aircraft to understand their capabilities, weaknesses, and design features, gaining crucial technical intelligence that helped develop countermeasures. The pyrocumulus cloud from the Halifax explosion, captured approximately 20 seconds afterward on December 6, 1917, 108 years ago today. This remains the largest non-nuclear man-made explosion in history, devastating Halifax, Nova Scotia when a munitions ship collided with another vessel, killing nearly 2,000 people and injuring thousands more. Actress and singer Donna Loren kisses actor Burt Ward, who played Robin on the campy 1960s television series Batman in 1966. The show became a cultural phenomenon with its colorful villains, comedic action sequences, and memorable theme song. Representatives of the Empire of Japan stand aboard USS Missouri prior to signing the Instrument of Surrender on September 2, 1945, formally ending World War II. This historic ceremony in Tokyo Bay marked Japan's unconditional surrender to Allied forces. A lady poses with her horse on a snowy day, photographed in 1899 by French photographer Félix Thiellier. This late 19th century image captures the relationship between humans and horses during an era when equestrian transportation remained essential for daily life. A prospector travels in a covered wagon drawn by donkeys in Las Vegas circa 1900 to 1920, documenting the mining boom era in Nevada when fortune seekers searched for precious metals throughout the desert Southwest. This transportation method remained common during the late frontier period before motorized vehicles became widely accessible. Lieutenant Asada Kuniomi poses beside the cockpit of an early production A6M20 Model 21-103, of the Kasumigaura Kokutai Training Air Group. This iconic Japanese fighter aircraft became one of World War II's most formidable planes during the Pacific War's early years. Albina Malihosevar, Yugoslav resistance partisan, photographed circa 1945 near World War II's conclusion. Female partisans played crucial roles in Yugoslavia's resistance movement against Axis occupation, fighting alongside male comrades in guerrilla warfare operations throughout mountainous terrain. Leslie Ronald Jones photographed in Milton, Massachusetts during 1934, documenting American life during the Great Depression era when economic hardship affected millions of families nationwide. This period saw widespread unemployment, poverty, and social upheaval that fundamentally transformed American society. Photographs from a 6th Armored Division, South Africa, soldiers' rest and recuperation around Lake Como in Italy circa 1945, showing South African military personnel enjoying leisure time near the scenic northern Italian lakes region following intense combat operations during World War II. Then and now comparison shows the Great Sphinx of Giza in December 1849, 75 years before Émile Brise excavated the imposing 20-meter-high statue between 1925 and 1936. Inexperienced photographer Maxime Duchamp captured this image during his Egyptian journey with then-unknown writer Gustave Flaubert. Marilyn Monroe poses as Cleopatra, imitating actress Theda Bara's portrayal, for Life magazine on May 27, 1957, captured in vibrant Kodachrome color film. This photograph was part of a series honoring classic actresses from Hollywood's silent film era. SAS legend Sikonaya Takavisi, at age 58, found himself in a blazing gunfight on a Baghdad tarmac, outnumbered by 12 insurgents shooting his jeep with AK-47 assault rifles. Tak raised his hands pretending to surrender, and as enemies lowered their guard, 84 years ago today, an A-6M20 fighter takes off from aircraft carrier Akagi to attack Pearl Harbor on December 7, 1941, launching Japan's surprise assault on the American naval base in Hawaii. This devastating attack brought the United States into World War II. Soldiers of the Czech Legion ride an armored train during the Russian Civil War in 1918, showing Czechoslovak forces who fought their way across Siberia during the chaotic period following the Bolshevik Revolution. These troops became unexpectedly embroiled in Russian internal conflicts while attempting to return home via the Trans-Siberian Railway to fight for Czechoslovak independence. A Jewish cobbler works in the Koretz shtetl in modern-day Ukraine during 1912, documenting traditional Jewish life in Eastern European small towns before World War I and the Holocaust devastated these communities. Shtetls were centers of Yiddish culture, religious study. A German SS officer receives a birthday cake, though specific details about the date, location, or individual's identity are not provided in available documentation. This photograph represents the Wehrmacht and SS military culture during Nazi Germany's Third Reich, showing a moment of celebration amid the brutal conflict and genocidal policies of World War II. President Franklin D. Roosevelt delivers the Day of Infamy speech before a joint session of Congress on December 8, 1941, following Japan's surprise attack on Pearl Harbor the previous day. This historic address asked Congress to declare war on Japan. During his time at Auschwitz concentration camp, Tadeusz Teddy Peterzakowski survived by boxing more than 40 brutal matches for guards' entertainment. His victories earned scraps of food and small privileges which he generously shared with fellow prisoners, helping him endure nearly 2 years in the camp before transfer. Roger Moore poses with a bevy of beauties on the set of the James Bond film, For Your Eyes Only, in 1981. Showing the British actor during his tenure as 007. Moore played Bond in 7 films from 1973 to 1985, bringing a lighter. In 1872, Lieutenant Colonel George Armstrong Custer posed in his buckskins and fur cap, holding his .50-70 Springfield rifle, displaying the frontier military style that made him famous. This photograph captured Custer 4 years before his death at the Battle of Little Bighorn in 1876. Pakistani dictator Yahya Khan dying under house arrest in the late 1970s. In 1971, Khan presided over the Bangladeshi genocide where Pakistani military murdered and raped hundreds of thousands of its own citizens. After years of extremely heavy drinking, Khan suffered a stroke and died in 1980. On December 8, 1925, American singer, actor, comedian, dancer, and musician Sammy Davis Jr. was born in New York City, United States. Davis became one of entertainment's most versatile and talented performers, breaking racial barriers throughout his career as a member of the Rat Pack. On this day in 1978, Microsoft Corporation took its first staff photo, documenting the young technology company's early employees, including founders Bill Gates and Paul Allen. This photograph captured the beginning of what would become one of the world's largest and most influential software companies. Florence Griffith Joyner relaxes at the beach during the period of rest between Olympic Games in 1986. FloJo became the fastest woman in history at the 1988 Seoul Olympics, setting world records in the 100 and 200 meters that still stand today, while her flamboyant style, long nails, and colorful outfits made her a cultural icon. A group of machine gunners operate in high mountains during 1947, though specific details about the conflict, location, or military unit are not provided in available documentation. Following Martin Luther King Jr.'s assassination on April 4, 1968, the nation's capital Washington, D.C. was engulfed in flames as riots erupted across the city. The Civil Rights Act of 1968, also called the Fair Housing Act, was passed on April 11, 1968. The oldest photograph in the world, View from the Window at Le Gras, was taken by French inventor Nice for Niepce in 1826 or 1827 using a camera obscura and heliography process. This groundbreaking image required an exposure time of approximately 8 hours. An LCM, landing craft mechanized, of the 532nd Engineer Boat and Shore Regiment ferries men of the 30th Infantry Battalion from Kelowna to Sio in Papua New Guinea during World War II's Pacific Theater. These amphibious vessels were crucial for transporting troops, equipment. A man wears Western casual outfit in Los Altos de Jalisco, Mexico, circa 1935, showing traditional Mexican regional clothing styles including wide-brimmed sombrero and characteristic elements of ranchero culture. Henri Cartier-Bresson photographed a policeman directing traffic in Mexico City, Mexico, during 1955. The French photographer, considered the father of photojournalism and master of candid photography, captured decisive moments of daily life worldwide. Painted in 1825, Bartholomew's van Hoof's Pompenburg with Hauport in winter depicts a frozen Dutch canal scene with ice skaters and winter activities in Rotterdam. This romantic cityscape captures 19th-century Netherlands urban life during wintertime. First and last photographs of Benito Mussolini, 1884 to April 1945, documenting the Italian fascist dictator from infancy through his brutal regime's ultimate downfall and execution by partisans. Glass negative circa 1870 shows two women dressed as men, documenting Victorian-era cross-dressing and gender expression during a socially transgressive period in 19th century history. U.S. diplomat Martin Mannhof photographed Moscow in early 1950s, documenting rare glimpses of Soviet life during Stalin era and intense Cold War tensions behind Iron Curtain. Life magazine's November 26, 1965 issue featured brutal Vietnam War photojournalism that brought horrific violence into American homes, helping shift public opinion against U.S. military involvement. Photographer's father took this on his 17th birthday, December 7, 1955. Now 87 years old in 2025, preserving family memories across 8 decades through photography. Alla Nazimova photographed December 7, 1925. Russian-American actress became pioneering silent film star, producer, and director during Hollywood's early decades of innovative cinema. Pilot Shinpei Sano launches from carrier Akagi in Zero Fighter during Pearl Harbor's second wave, December 7, 1941. Killed at Midway Battle, June 1942. President Gerald Ford performs traditional Tinikling dance in Manila, December 7, 1975, demonstrating cultural diplomacy and respect for Filipino traditions during state visit. Women demonstrate $1.34 purchasing power comparison between 1918 and 1945, visually documenting inflation's dramatic impact spanning both world wars on American consumer economics. Chief John Smith, Ojibwe Indian from Cass Lake, Minnesota, died 1922 at alleged age 137, though historians dispute this extraordinary longevity claim. Air Transport Command plane flies over Egyptian pyramids loaded with war supplies in 1943, demonstrating Allied global logistics networks during World War II. Dr. Oscar Dirlewanger photographed before 1934 imprisonment for child molestation. Later freed through Nazi connections, commanded notorious SS unit of convicted criminals. Young lady poses with color television set March 1978, documenting home entertainment technology becoming standard household fixture in American homes during this era. Medieval tombstone from Noraida Cemetery, Armenia, 10th century, depicts bride and groom murdered at their wedding with all guests, preserved in intricate stone carving. Model June Palmer photographed at beach late 1950s, early 1960s, representing Britain's glamour modeling era when pin-up photography defined post-war beauty standards and entertainment. Gustav Bauernfeind painted A Street Scene, Damascus, depicting late 19th century Ottoman Syria through Orientalist artistic perspective reflecting European fascination with Islamic cultures. Walter Sanders' 1946, Speaking of Pictures, documented post-war America for Life magazine, capturing social changes during crucial wartime to peacetime prosperity transition through powerful photojournalism. Two boys examine German submarine U-118 washed ashore in Hastings, England, April 15, 1919, becoming tourist attraction until 1921 scrapping after grounding. Japanese soldiers man Type 92 anti-aircraft gun on occupied Aleutian Islands 1942 to 1943, representing only enemy occupation of American territory during World War II. Igor Sikorsky's VS-300 in 1939, world's first practical helicopter achieving controlled vertical flight, revolutionizing aviation and laying foundation for modern helicopter development worldwide.